Hello and welcome to the Pool Room Podcast, episode 6, featuring Game of Thrones season 7, episode 6, called
Beyond the Wall.
Yep. I never
Somewhere beyond the wall, somewhere. Anyway.
I'm Jack.
I'm Sam.
And Dave.
And I want to just launch straight into it rather than getting Sam to keep singing. That's what we need Brandon for, really. Is the boy bastards heading off north of the wall.
Alright, do we want to... Sorry, but do we want to acknowledge something before we talk about the episode?
Hell no.
No, we don't want to do it?
Hell no.
Okay.
Absolutely not. We refuse.
You know what I was...
I totally know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But I think what's more important is Jon giving away the only thing that's killing White Walkers, the Valyrian sword that technically belongs to Jorah, but he's like, no.
Yeah, it's ambiguous whether... It belongs to Jon, I guess, legally, right? If you own a sword and you want to give it to someone else and not pass it on to your heir, you're allowed to do that, right?
You can do that.
Also,
Also, Jorah actually said, I betrayed my family and left all rights that I owned.
I'm not actually talking about Jorah, but the rest of House Mormont, like passing it on to Lyanna Mormont or whoever. That's right.
It's up to whoever owns it.
Yeah,
They can say,
exactly.
nah, it's yours now.
Yeah. No, Jorah definitely has no claim to it in terms of he was
Yeah.
a disgrace and all that. I just mean House Mormont.
But that's a good thing for like Jon's character itself, saying, hey, look, I want to give this back to you. It's not really mine.
That's fucking nonsense because he was at Bear Island with the head of House Mormont, who was Lyanna.
Yeah.
Who was legally the heir to, like, the ruler of House Mormont, and plus a much more admirable character.
Jon's too much of a fucking good guy.
Yeah, but you'd give it, if it was a good guy, he'd give it to Lyanna, not Jorah. Like, it makes no sense. Jorah's not, like, legally... Like, the rightful owner of the sword would have been Lyanna. It makes no sense for him to offer it to Jorah.
I'm guessing he's a Jorah because Jorah knows how to use it.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's the only way that he had to get around it.
Like, during the middle of the snow, and he's like, here, have a sword.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's fair.
And then Tormund's thing of how you stay warm is you do. You walk, you fight, or you fuck.
And that's right, and he's like, well, if there's no women around, you make do.
You're up, boy.
And then he says to Jon afterwards, right, like, they believe anything, they're gullible or something. Did he say something like
Yeah,
that?
he does,
Yeah.
like... Because he, like, speed powers, he's like, oh, I'm out of here, man. Genji's like, I am too young for this shit.
I'd fucking watch that. Okay, would we pick...
Yeah, but would it be like a 140-minute episode?
Yeah, it's a good problem. I was going to say, do we want to watch Tormund prison rape Gendry, or do we want to watch 2.5 hours of Missandei and Grey Worm rubbing slashes together? What do we want to do?
No, I'm still back with the red bitch actually having another baby.
Yeah, Shadow Baby, yeah. Definitely.
Shadow Child, escape!
I choose you!
Yeah.
We'll send him back to the Shadow Realm.
Fucking Yuki's like, it's time to abortion!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Send the fetus back to the Shadow Realm. Oh, okay.
I put coat hanger in face down for it.
Oh my god, I can't believe we're going there. Sorry, fans.
Speaking of coat hanger, and Sansa fighting again.
Okay,
Oh, Arya.
you know my rant during episode 5, and like it's just the same again. This is fucking nonsense.
Because Sansa's just like, you're being an idiot. Arya's like, no, I'm not.
And she started being all creepy and threatening, like pulling a knife on Sansa and shit.
Yeah,
and, like,
passive aggressive.
Yeah. Your enemy's Cersei. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got nothing to say to that storyline.
I honestly want her to just like Sansa to actually offer the challenge and say, "Go on, kill her. If you reckon you're like so amazing,
All that.
do it. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you."
That's what Arya's like. Because like, I would have done differently. I would have attacked her. You would have been dead.
Yeah.
You straight up would have been
Exactly.
dead. You wouldn't have survived anything. Sansa survived it because she used patience and wit, and Sansa made it through. And Arya would have been just dead.
Yeah.
Straight up dead.
They both have different skills.
Yeah. Which suited the situation that they had at hand. Like what she say, Arya's in the crowd.
Yeah.
And Sansa's like, why didn't you go up and do something? Oh, I didn't get a chance. She's like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Like,
you could have run up and attacked him, but you didn't.
And the whole it's like, what did you do? You were standing up there. It's like, I was a kid. I had no idea. She was the kid that played with dolls and knitted.
Yeah, she
and,
wasn't
and
a tomboy. She didn't learn to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I want to learn how to fight. Sansa didn't learn how to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
she's just like so stupid.
She's better in her own way of using like wits, as you were saying, Dave, rather than just being all like bullheaded, like Arya is. And again, I'm going to repeat myself, I can't stress enough, who fucking cares about that letter? I don't fucking care. It was written under duress when you were a prisoner. Anything, one of the rules of war, anything you write as a hostage or whatever doesn't count. If you're a hostage and then you write, I give all my money to Dave, and then afterwards you get freed, it doesn't fucking count.
No.
Fucking, and her
I want that money. Why was I part of that?
Spoils
Yeah.
Oh, I can't, I'm sorry, but do you guys acknowledge how fucking dumb this story is?
I do.
Did you see how it's contrived and also... I'm just getting stressed.
No. Let's keep talking about this. How bad is it?
Yeah, it's just...
No. Well, skipping across, is it Beric, the one-eyed monster who keeps coming back from the dead? Yeah, come and see the one-eyed monster.
I love the Fellowship of the Ring.
They even went through the Misty Mountains in Lord of the Rings.
They did, they really did.
They're going to get to the mines of Moria.
The Night Kings of Balrog.
It's like, just watch out for smoke.
Yeah.
Smog.
I both hate but also love the fact that like the Brotherhood of the Banners felt no guilt about betraying.
Yeah.
Did you notice how Genji was like, you guys sold me to the Red Witch, she was gonna kill me, blah,
And they're
blah,
like,
blah. And
She tied me to the bed. She stripped me naked. It's
Sounds good so far.
Like, look, joking is like, it's funny, right? That they didn't care.
Yeah.
But realistically, like, that's a dick move. Like, they didn't even feel bad about. But in terms of the humor, like, as a troll, it's funny that they didn't fucking care.
It's like, we did what we thought was right. We believed it was right. You're fine. We're fine. The end.
It was a really funny scene because this, like, the Hound was like, why are you whinging? Your mouth's moving, you're whinging. That's
right,
And then he walks up, and then Beric and Thoros a walk off as well, and then just nothing else is said about that. The fact that they tried to sell, like that's it. It's wrapped up.
That's just like, why are you whinging? He's like, this guy's died 6 times. You don't see him whinging.
And then he walks off, and then the two follow, and then Genji's just standing by himself, and he's just not literally. But...
It's that whole thing of still not mentioned with John. They actually do talk about what you've got to do now with your Lord of Light.
Yeah.
And John's like, I don't follow him.
Yeah.
He brought you back for a reason.
I like that. I like that they both acknowledge that they both come back and they're both fire whites, essentially. They're both fire zombies.
You do it for other people. What they're back for, what they do now is to fight for people to be a shield of the people that can't protect themselves.
Once you come back.
That's the way that they describe themselves. Even though you don't have to follow the Lord of Light's bidding, you can, you do your own thing. Sure, you don't have to believe in him. You don't have to follow everything that he says. But by doing what you do, which is John's way all his life, protecting the weaker person, because he's always been one of the weaker people.
Yeah.
Now that he has power behind him, that's what he's doing. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that part.
Yeah. Are you saying that, like, Beric is saying that even if you don't believe in the Lord, like, you're doing his will anyway?
Yeah.
And you're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the whole... You don't have to be his most devout disciple.
Yeah, but you're still serving him in your own way, even unwillingly or whatever. Not unwillingly, you know what I mean?
The Lord is working through you, even if you don't believe.
But I don't believe. This is nonsense. No, you're still working for him.
I don't believe in fairies.
Yeah, I like the little interactions between them where they acknowledge things. Obviously, part of the history of Game of Thrones is that Thoros and Jorah Mormont fought against the Greyjoys on Pike.
Yeah.
Before the events of Game of Thrones, and they acknowledged that during their little camp out.
Well, I like those little bits and pieces that are just throwbacks, and you go,
exactly.
This was good.
And as book readers who know the lore will appreciate that. Like, even if the TV show watcher will be like, whatever, those two know each other.
Yeah.
And a book reader will be like, oh yeah, it's cool that they're acknowledging their history during their siege of Pike back in whatever year.
Yeah.
So like, it's for once the Game of Thrones writers are actually remembering the lore of the universe, even though they're ignoring Cersei's prophecy of only having 3 kids and getting her pregnant.
Yeah, let's throw a 4th one in.
Yeah. they can remember this type of stuff.
That may be a thing, though, in terms of that being able to say, like Cersei, you might have another kid, but that might be your death, that sort of thing.
Maybe she never gives birth to the new kid, like she dies before it's born, so she does only have 3 kids.
That could be killed by the younger.
The younger brother might be the fetus in the womb. Oh my god.
Because who knows with that family line where that's coming from.
Well, maybe it means a younger brother of the 3 elder children as well.
Is Jamie older?
Jamie's younger.
Younger.
So
well, then Jamie,
Jamie's sperm is the thing that kills her.
No, yeah, Jamie's the
obvious.
one that kills her.
Yeah.
Because she dies during childbirth. Younger brother kills
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's...
They both die. No other child's born. Child's birth, and because he put the child in her, he kills her.
Well, the
No,
quote...
technically it's not his. Well, yeah, indirectly, directly.
Yes. The quote of the prophecy is that when the Volonka wraps his hands around your throat, so it's implying... do you think that means literally that the younger brother will choke her to death? Or do you think it just means metaphorically the younger brother will kill you?
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, who knows? What do you think, Jack? Do you think it's literal or metaphorical wrapping your
I get
hands around
metaphorical.
your
I
throat?
want my childbirth.
You want your the
I,
fetus...
I'm really down for the child.
Fetus death.
Yeah.
fetus death.
It could be one way you have to kill her so that the baby lives, sort of thing. You know, where the whole comes down to I don't know,
You know,
complications.
the weird thing
and
about
shit.
this episode is just to jump in is like it goes from like Snow back to the other characters, jump straight to Jon Snow. I'm like, just have an extended Jon Snow scene. Stop jumping around.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I'm like, I get it, but I'm trying to like pay attention to one storyline here, and
But-
it just kept like going.
I didn't mind that.
Every
personally.
time we jump scene, we've got to be able to, put in a storm now. We've got to put in the blizzard. We can't just go all of a sudden, it's... I don't know how these things start. We've got like one little thing.
Yeah.
Now we've got 40. And now it's just this monsoon of all of this snow. Just I'm happy with the cutscenes.
Yeah, I agree. It's a way of... Yeah.
But this is why I need a month down the bottom, because I actually don't know where the whole part is. In terms of that, is it back and forth? I'm pretty sure it's still the same day, but we don't know.
That's what I'm going to be complaining about later. You'll see. I'm going to be...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Again, time discrepancies in the show now.
Well, it turns into usually it's every cutscene is now weeks going past, that sort of thing. Which, if you're trekking off to go see the wizard, the wonderful White Wizard of Oz.
Wonderful White Walker of Oz.
Yeah, it's like... I was going to say, Walker the White.
Oh.
Nice. Walker White.
Oh. Well, there's a reason why the meth is blue, so...
That's it.
I'm trying to link this.
I'm trying to think of puns
things.
now as well. I'm trying to think of Breaking Bad
No,
puns.
the best puns are the ones you don't have to force.
Yeah, well, you're the pun king. Can you think of like Breaking
No,
Bad?
don't make him push something on the... Don't put-
Contrived puns.
Okay, how cool is the undead polar bear?
Yeah, it was cool. Was it a polar bear or was it just a bear?
I don't know.
It's north. I'm going with polar bear
It could
because
have just been a bear.
But-
I'm not sure. I'm not contradicting you.
you're
I
totally
couldn't tell if
dissing
it was-
me. No,
I
it's,
couldn't tell if it was white fur or just like
Just Snow.
yeah, the snow. Yeah,
either way, it doesn't matter. It's pretty cool.
yeah. It is.
But yeah, was it like the Hound being like, oh shit, fire! I can't fight this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate,
I'm
you
out.
stood and stared into flames. Get over it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
I'm sorry. He's all like, I'm a big
He
strong
has
man.
post-traumatic stress disorder over the fire. Like this is
He's
a
what,
part of
like
his character.
40 or 50?
I like it about him.
I
That
don't.
shit never leaves you.
I don't.
I like that. I like the part of the Hound's character is that he's such a tough guy, but his fear of fire over a
I've
traumatic
got burns all
childhood.
over my body. I'm like scared of it.
No.
You're just being trolling it.
he's
I'm
totally
not.
done with
It's
this.
the one thing I hate about his character.
I like
Because-
what do you think, Jack? I like it about him
Look-
that you've got this tough guy who's still haunted by a specific event in his past. And his bird face is a symbol
So waiting for the showdown.
between him and the
Hound
mountain.
in the mountain.
I wanted to get hype. I don't know if it'll happen.
Zombie
I don't know.
Mountain versus
I
Little Brother.
totally want that to happen.
I want it to.
What
happen
about
too, but
what about White Walker Hound versus Zombie Mountain?
I'm trying to process what you just said. White Walker Hound.
Like,
Zombie
okay,
Mountain.
so say the Hound dies, and White Walker brings him back. So you've got the White Hound versus the Undead Mountain. How cool would that be as a face-off? Because neither of them can die.
That'd be ridiculous. Well, you can die.
Yeah,
as
but
in
like-
die again
Yeah,
with
but
fire, I guess.
But how long would that take? They would just be constantly fighting each other,
Yeah.
and neither of them would like. They'd just take all of this mortal damage, and they still would be up and around.
You know that's not going to happen, right?
I don't care. I want to imagine this. Let me have my moment.
Fanfic, Game of Thrones fanfic. You know that's not going to happen, Dave, right? Don't you?
I don't know what's gonna happen with Zombie Mountain.
In terms of the Hound coming back as a zombie.
I know everyone wants to do that, but they're just so far different in areas.
Correct, that's what I'm saying, yeah. And also, part of this world and this story is that it's not always the poetic person who wins the fight against it. You know what I mean?
Well, he lost to Bran,
Who did?
the Hound. How
Lost
can he
to Bran.
possibly beat like Zombie Mountain?
Oh, Brienne. Oh, sorry, you said Bran.
Bran, we're all start with B.
exactly.
Braun.
Bon Snow, so
Brooke Shields.
instead of Sansa's Bonanza.
Honestly, I kind of want that to happen. I know it won't,
Barrier.
but I really want it to happen.
Oh, a lot of people did, especially towards the start of the show, like because they were still hanging around King's Landing and shit like that. And
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah,
it's gonna
they're
happen.
gonna fight and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like, I want to see it happen, but now I just don't care.
The thing is, even if it does happen and the Hound fights the Mountain and wins, it's not truly beating his brother. It's like a fucking zombified.
A zombified, overpowered, undead version.
Correct. So
It's fucking Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Man. It's Frankenstein's monster.
So in the end, I guess it was Oberyn who got his semi-vengeance against.
That was such a waste. He was toying with him. He
Yeah.
could have just killed him.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
great.
hated
But
so
I
much.
love that fight. I
And
love that about
It's a
the
good
fight.
fight. At the same time, I'm like, dude, stop dancing around
Yeah.
and just goddamn kill him. Like,
And even if you haven't read the books, you know it's coming. As soon as like
There's the
the
poison,
pace
yeah.
slowed down and the music stopped, no more clapping, and he's just walking around the mountain,
Yeah.
you know you're fucked. He's fucked.
I like it takes like one punch from the man, all his teeth fly,
Yeah.
he's out.
Yeah,
He like took
beast.
one hit.
Yeah, you see the mountain in real life, right? Like the
Yeah,
actual-
Bjorn.
Yeah,
He's huge.
fucking huge.
Yeah.
But he still sucks. Like there's a clip on YouTube of him fighting Conor McGregor, like just sparring Friend Lily, and the mountain.
Friend
sucks.
Lily.
Oh, he's a big guy. Not
He's just a
fighter.
big guy, yeah, not a fighter. That's the point. And Conor McGregor literally runs circles around him and is toying with him and stuff.
But it only
So that
takes.
makes me feel good about myself.
But it only
can
takes
take him
one
out.
punch. If you take one punch from the mountain and it actually connects, you're on the ground.
So Conor McGregor's Oberyn Martell, essentially.
Basically, yeah. You just have to pick him up by the skull. Oh, you're out, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. Fingers into the eyes.
And then I crushed him like this.
You're now an egg.
That's fucking sad though, that he raped that guy's sister and murdered her and her children, and then he kills you as well. You try to get vengeance. And the same guy killed the whole family.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. You like that, don't you?
I don't care, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the same thing with war as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of unmentioned, they're still rotting away in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, well, the daughter is literally rotting,
Yeah.
and she's Elari's metaphorically rotting, I guess. Like
Probably.
spiritually, she's rotting. Well, like you were saying, mental anguish. and all
Mentally,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice ending. That's it. Like they're done. The Sand Snakes are done in this story, and I was happy with that ending.
Oh, my ending.
Yeah,
Which was
going
fun.
back. No,
Well,
going back.
and,
Yeah.
like Daenerys goes back
Yeah.
there and finds her, and she's just a
A
shell.
shell, yeah. What do you think, Jack?
I'm really keen to see that happen. I reckon I'd like that a lot.
Or they let her go, and she immediately kills herself.
Yeah, she's
She would
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Who
Oh yeah, you'd want out.
I always said at the end, the last moments of the Red Wedding, when the phrase "cut the throat of Catelyn Stark," they did her a favor. That's what I would want. When you've seen your whole family murdered, and she was just on her knees,
Yeah.
like I would want to die. Like you did her a favor. Yeah. Back to this. We're talking about everything but this episode.
So fire
They
as
found
always.
stragglers.
So no, the drunkard, how he almost downs the entire flask.
Thoros.
Yeah,
Thoros
and
beer.
then actually it's like, all right, now sear the wound.
Yeah.
We haven't got time to go back.
That
This
was
needs to
badass.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Poor Thoros. I felt bad for him. I liked him. I like him and Beric.
and then he totally just was like, yeah, I'm a little bit slower than normal, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I've got this.
Fucking brave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls. Who are the random 5 wildlings? Like, it's just
Oh,
implied
you mean
that...
the Sherpas?
Yeah.
I love that because like we'll watch it. It's just like the
These-
Sherpas. It's like who just died then? Oh, Sherpa. It's okay then.
Yeah, it's
Red shirt.
expendable. Yeah.
The expendable characters.
The
You can't tell
Expendables
because they're all
3.
rugged up in IKEA robes, so you can't tell what's going on.
Oh, I read that article.
Yeah. Have you seen IKEA's like we'll teach you how to make
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's so good.
And they got a whole bunch of IKEA hipsters with beards and stuff.
Yeah.
Wear and stuff. Yeah, that was awesome. Was the implication, that those wildlings that just joined them in between episode 5 and 6?
Well, they're carrying a sled to put their White on.
Yeah, like who were they? Were they just wildlings that Tormund knows and
Yeah,
joined
no.
them?
So Tormund would have just asked for a couple of people and said,
I
"Come with
pretty much
us."
assume that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just assume it's like back up. To
I'm
Karen.
fine with that. I'm glad that it wasn't just the 7 of them, because that is the Justice League lane. And the fact that a few wildlings join them on top of that gives them some red shits to kill off in the story.
Yeah.
And also, it's more
take that,
realistic.
lost backs.
And also adds more than just lame, like, fucking Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
There's some extra wildlings. Because in real life, you wouldn't just have, like, the 3 of us fucking going north.
Oh yeah, he is Captain Boomerang. No, he's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a slip knot at the start.
Yeah.
I'm out. This is killed.
Yeah.
Well, you're a cool character.
Oh shit, Harley Quinn's dead. Damn.
We can't do that yet.
We haven't reached the 3rd act yet.
It's like, surely this has to be from the last episode. We can't do this now.
But I like the little moments between the characters where they acknowledge the history between each other. So as you said, John giving the sword, offering the sword to Ser Jorah.
Wow, this
there's a history
episode's
between
all
them.
over the place, jumping around.
Yeah. But like that's something I kind of like, that they acknowledge the history between the characters. Like Gendry remembering that the Brotherhood betrayed him.
Yeah, and so
what else was there? There was like Tormund meeting Clegane for the first time and acknowledging Brienne was the one who fought.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Sandal.
It's like,
That's what I said.
I want to
make babies with her.
Not subtle at all.
No, he's not. He's just I want to go back.
We'd have giant babies.
Yeah. Our babies will be the kings of
There's
all
you
the
will take
land.
over everything.
We'd have beautiful babies. They'd be great babies. They'll be huge babies.
Oh my God.
Best Trump impression ever.
Definitely.
They will build a wall.
And we'll make the wildlings pay for it. No, that is him.
In saying that, imagine that his entire family, if they would be all like huge, they could just man the wall themselves. They would be and then they could be like wildlings going up the north as far as they want because they'd be of the watch, and then it's a family thing instead of being the like Night's Watch.
Yeah. Bang! I'm calling it. Actually, they're gonna hook up at the end and have kids.
She's got a thing for Jamie still.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They're gonna forget about that.
Plot point.
The
writers will forget.
The writers will forget about
No,
Brienne and
they
Jamie.
didn't because
when she went to go
Yeah.
have a what was it, Stark's up north. The
You're invited to the
that's the
Baratheon
family.
party.
Baratheon.
Yeah. Right. So I'm not just dreaming that, right? Like,
And she was
Sansa
like,
got
I'm
a letter from the south from Cersei saying, "Come to King's Landing," right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That happened. I don't even.
And she's like, Sansa's like, fuck that.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you go? You wouldn't go.
It's like, what happens when all of my family has gone south?
Exactly. And plus, I hate you and what you did to me.
Yeah. Just come because I'm nice now. I
Yeah.
promise. She even sends like a photo of her and like got her fingers crossed.
Cersei has some lemon cakes under a box held by a stick with a string and a bullet.
and the painter has literally done like a scroll and painted her with her fingers crossed in front of her.
Come south, signed Cersei. There's a thin line through Cersei, and then like it's written, I don't know. Rob Stark, come back. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the fight with the bear was fucking cool.
Then it, like, as always, we jump scene, they jump scene.
Yeah.
Then it goes across to Peter Baelish talking with Sansa about having the note found by Arya. Arya. This is why I don't drink.
Arya.
What's that music award in Australia? The Arias?
Arias?
Yeah,
That's it,
that's literally what I'm
fucking
saying at the moment. Too many beers in a row. That's what this ends up as.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's actually worried of what Aya's going to do with the note.
Again, I've got nothing to fucking say about that storyline.
It's like,
Dave.
No, I don't either. That's terrible.
you don't care.
She's just like, I'm gonna hold this as ransom against my own family.
Yeah.
Why? It's family.
Again, who fucking cares that she wrote that 1,000,000 years ago?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
When you were a prisoner and
I would have done better. No one cares, Arya. No one cares.
That's actually what you would do. You would write that.
Yeah.
And just don't
You're
mean
like,
it.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. This whole episode has been weird in terms of structure. Like, I'm not complaining. It's actually a classic Game of Thrones thing where they'll have an episode focusing on one or two storylines. Like, King's Landing didn't appear at all.
Yeah.
Cersei and Jaime don't appear.
Yeah.
It's just bouncing between north of the Wall and then the north. And then I guess Daenerys and Dragonstone.
Because Daenerys is important still.
Yeah, to this.
Chatting away with Tyrion, getting all of their shit together, trying to figure out what's going on
Yeah.
and why this is a waste of time. and effort.
What did you think of her conversation with Tyrion, that scene they had?
Look, I thought the whole thing was unnecessary because
Really? But you were talking about her being a tyrant, and this is Tyrion trying to appeal to her.
Yeah, he's trying to appeal to her, and she's not entirely listening to him.
I think if you listen to that scene, they both had relevant points.
Tyrion has more.
He's like, there were other things to do than burning them. Like,
yeah.
everything that you've done so far is reminding
It's
people.
all tyranny!
Yeah.
Reminding people.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm backtracking about her burning the Tarleys. Not because she wasn't right to, but because they're such an important old ancient house.
That's
House
what-
Tarley,
that's
you
what-
would keep them prisoner.
That's what Tyrion says, remember?
Yeah.
He's like, you're literally destroying an ancient, like,
Yeah.
this old house.
That's
like,
actually a good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why everyone needs to believe me more.
Yeah, look, you've made some good points, and you came up with good theories too, Jack. I'll give you that.
It's like,
You're like, good boy.
I'm paying it, as I see it.
thank you
You're
for at
welcome.
least acknowledging that. But every now and then I'll be like, I've got this really good idea. I'll share it with a couple of people. It gets shot down, and then all of a sudden, oh, hang on.
No, you've been on a roll,
no,
yeah.
It's an alright theory.
Yeah, definitely.
It does make sense.
But again, my point isn't about the tyranny aspect of her burning the Tarleys. It's more of like, it's more diplomatic, and also there's such an old ancient family. It'd be stronger to have them as allies. She could have turned them in the end. If you keep them prisoner
got them
and
chained
show
up.
them that your way is better, you
Yeah.
could have changed their
She
mind.
doesn't
You
even
would
need...
have changed at least Dickon
Yeah.
first, just because he's young.
Correct.
Basically, he's still easy
Correct.
to change. I don't think Randall ever would have.
Mate, yeah.
He would have basically just imprisoned me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, he never would have taken Sam back either. So he's definitely of that
Yeah.
mindset of just...
But, I mean, if you can convince the son,
Yeah.
then there's a chance he might... You know
Through
what I mean?
him. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Through the son, the house continues or whatever.
Correct, yeah. That's the thing. Like, and then Tyrion's just basically just saying, stop burning fucking people, you
Yeah.
crazy bitch. Like,
I'm gonna miss the time. I liked Randall, like, in his own dickish way. Like, and it was emotional when he held his son's hand and he tried to protect
at
his
the
son.
end, yeah, that was
that was
like,
powerful.
because it's just showing that like he may fucking hate Sam,
Yeah.
but he does care about his other son.
Yeah, correct.
And like he's like, don't come up here. He doesn't
Yeah.
belong. Like,
Shut your mouth, boy, and all that. That
Yeah.
was a powerful moment. I like.
Yeah.
Don't you agree, Jack?
protecting him and...
because he's like, yeah, if you die, his family's done.
Yeah, correct.
So, and yeah, Daenerys is like, I'm just gonna end the whole ancient house. All right, no
But
worries.
actually,
You get her here, and the first thing you do is kill the house.
that's another fucking reason why Randall should have surrendered. Like, not only to save your own life and your son's life, but the legacy of your family name. Like, it's so dumb that he fucking threw all that away just to be stubborn.
His
That's
honor.
nonsense.
His
That's
honor.
nonsense. Would you throw away your own honor for your own life, your son's life, and your name? Because
Yes.
Sam's part of the
Yeah.
fucking Night's Watch.
Yeah.
All for just being stubborn over a queen who blew up the Catholic Church, essentially, the religion of your people, and fucking walked nude through the scenes, disgraced.
Yes.
When you combine all that together, Jack, you see that that's nonsense, right?
He made an oath and he's standing by it.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
It
he
is
also
is a very different time. Don't forget.
he also made an oath to House Tyrell, who was betrayed by fucking Queen Cersei. And what about your oath to the gods that you believe in?
No, I
the
don't
faith
think
of the
they
Seven.
don't think they do that anymore.
He was a religious man, I'm assuming. It didn't really mention his view on the faith. Anyway.
No one talks about their faith anymore.
in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're ignoring it. That's the writers, not the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just totally going over it and not viewing it. If you just overlook it,
Yeah.
then there's no issue.
Yeah, that's fine. Back to, I guess, episode 6. You see, we're talking about anything but, because for me personally, I wasn't a huge fan of this episode.
What do they do next? They capture a white.
Yeah, so they go and attack the little scouting party. I guess who knows what it is. It's led by a walker and I don't know what, like 20 enemies or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all just like jump in, finally ambush it with and they like just attacking everything. What do they use as bait? Just the fire.
Nothing,
and
they
stuff?
just
No,
jump
the
out.
fire.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you're right.
I like how, like, with the greatest amount of plot armor ever, even if Jon defeats the White Walker, they all shatter, except for one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
Because
like-
that one has been turned, luckily, by
By
a different White Walker.
That was, but yet it's following this one for some
exactly
reason.
right. You're like, what?
Episode 1, fucking Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Except for one droid. that survived. That's
Where are those droid cars?
But yeah, when I saw that, I was just kind of like, wait,
Yeah.
why is this one not? I'm like, are you kidding me? This one was turned by a different walker. It's the vampire theory. So if you kill the original vampire
Correct.
that bit you,
Yeah.
then you get killed or die, whichever one. But I'm like, one survived because he was not bit or whatever, killed by a different one. I'm like, that's just retarded.
That was retarded.
It's so much plot luck that
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Oh, good.
Literally one as well. You know what they could have done, which would have been better? Like have them the zombies survive after killing the White Walker, and then they just kill them off one by one and leave one. That makes it them choosing.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's more.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll take one just because we
Yeah.
need one.
Kill the rest, save one.
But
Yeah, that's John.
it's also one of the ways that now they've actually realised that they can kill a walker
Yeah.
and go, oh, hang on, if we kill the king,
Yeah,
we can end this.
correct. Yeah.
Because they'll all just cascade down.
I think that was implied by having that scene where the White Walker's killed and the
Yeah.
rest die.
I get from one perspective, which is to show that, you know, if we kill the king, they all die. At the same point, why one?
Yeah.
It's so, like, plotty.
So what will happen in the end of the series? They'll burn the Night King and the whole army of the
Yeah.
dead will die.
Just fucking...
Except for one.
Oh.
And it's Hodor!
No, it's gonna be like what is it, Godzilla all over again. There's one egg.
There's one egg.
Oh, yeah, at the end.
The Night King just hatches again, yeah.
He's going with T-Rex arms.
Under the sewers of King's Landing, like in Godzilla. Oh, that's fucking
Oh, you know what's the best part? It can be like under like the old dragon's like tail as well, like under King's Landing.
yeah. This just hatches. Yeah. Like he's fighting a giant Mothra. Just I'm going Japanese Godzilla now.
The good one.
Yeah. What did you think of the relative ease of John killing that White Walker when they ambushed? Because I'm gonna say I actually like that it was easier.
It's all in the sword.
The bloody Children of the Forest killed one when they went after.
Mira Reed did. Mira threw her
Yeah.
her spear
And got
in
one.
the cave and got
killed
one.
it. Yeah.
I like it because it shows that like
They're
not indestructible, and like it's also part of the realism of the world. Like there is magic in this world, but the White Walkers are still characters.
Yeah.
They're not just indestructible ice demon. Like you can fight a White Walker with a sword, and if you're more skilled, you can kill it. As long as you have the white blade, as long as you have Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
They're characters.
Yeah.
I like that it's like John.
That's it. The only
John
reason
will
no one's been able to
compliment-
kill a Night King is he's got a fucking army between you and him.
Correct.
That's the thing. If you want to fight one-on-one, at least someone would have a chance.
Correct. Exactly.
So, yeah, I'll take that. That's
Yeah.
it. With any of the White Walkers as well. Because, what? Sam killed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And fucking that fat useless sook can kill a White Walker.
He's
And he was
never
the
been able
first
to
one as
do
well.
anything in his life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not even able to do anything. Not even fucking try. You fucking weak sack of shit. Fucking.
There's so much animosity towards the
Because you don't even like. Again, I've said this before. If I was Sam, like if I was in the Night's Watch in this year, I would be fucking scared too. I would be scared, and I would try. I'd be like, guys, I'm not fucking a fighter, but I need your help to train me. Like I'm gonna try, and then I'll pick up that sword, and I'll ask my brothers of the Night's Watch to improve my skills as a fighter.
But
A little bit at least.
He's always been one of learning, so that's what he wanted to be, a Meister instead.
Yeah, but you can fucking like other than him becoming a maester later on. Like I'm talking about episode 1 when he first joined the Night's Watch. Remember, and he was just a fat sook.
Yeah.
I yield. Fucking
Sam,
try harder.
you have to try harder. I don't even know where that was from.
Mr. Frodo.
Yeah.
Sam. Mr. Frodo. Yeah. Anyway, Sam. Whatever. What we talking? Oh yeah. What do you think of the relative ease of John defeating that White Walker?
Look, I think
Again, I like that Dave did as well.
I reckon it's coming from the sword. It's not just his skills as a fighter.
Yeah,
It
it's
definitely
both.
shows that he's got the skills there.
Yeah.
It's in the sword as well, which is why I was going to be so annoyed if he gave it back
Yeah.
and said, "You're who shouldn't have ownership of it anyway."
Yeah.
But because it was given to him,
Yeah.
then yeah, if he'd given that up, I would have just totally hated him as a
Yeah.
character from then on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the easy wielding of the sword is also how long he's had it for to be able to use it and how much use he gets of his weapons.
Also, part of the rules of Valyrian steel is that it's lighter as well as stronger. Can you imagine this magical sword that's amazing to use? Feels a lot lighter. You could swing it fucking like crazy.
Yeah.
It's stronger. Doesn't blunt like normal swords.
Yeah.
And plus the magical properties to kill White Walkers.
So
That's why John's a gun with it.
definitely, that's why it really was a good weapon to have.
Yeah.
And just for John to single
Yeah.
out the White Walker and go, I don't want my friends to die.
Yeah.
I want to be the person that does
Correct.
this. So yeah, I love that part.
Yeah. What do you think of John offering the sword back to Jorah, Dave?
Jumping right all over again.
No, I don't care.
You don't care? You've got no thoughts on that?
No, I
Okay.
knew Jorah wouldn't take it.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I agree that John had no right to offer it to Jorah
No, he didn't.
because
He was just doing it because he's like, oh, you're a Mormon, here you can have it.
if John truly cared about giving that sword back to House Mormont, he would have given it back to Lyanna Mormont, not Jorah. Jorah is no longer part of House Mormont legally. He's not part of the line. He was disgraced. His father gave it to John.
Yeah.
So you would order your Lord Commander's wishes and keep the sword, or give it to fucking House Mormont, who is Lyanna.
Yeah.
Not so. Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Back to
He should have just been like, it's mine, bitch.
Yeah.
It's mine now.
But at least, and another thing, like they need that sword to fucking fight the Night King and the White Walkers.
It's like, who's been using it more, me
Correct.
or you? Like,
Exactly. Like
If you're going back to the lady who's got dragons, I'm keeping this.
John should have at the very least been like, I know the sword's rightfully yours. Let me use it on the Night King, and when this war is done, then I'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense.
And
Agreed?
yep,
yeah, I'll go with that.
cutscene straight back. No, so straight back to the
Straight back to Grey Woman Masande.
No. And then
120th minute.
20 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Slashes rubbing together.
So they've killed the White Walker. Finally got one in the bag.
Oh, fucking
Literally.
lame. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you
there
did there.
we go. I was waiting for that little click. And then going, oh shit, something's coming.
Oh, that's because screeches.
Yeah.
Why would you put your fucking hand over its mouth? Maybe I
Oh,
watched the
again,
Walking
and
Dead.
he's like, oh,
Yeah.
gross. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a retard.
It's like, what if that could have done it more than just sucked on your fingers?
Idiot.
Yeah, the first thing you don't do is cover its mouth because it does that screech which alerts the rest of the army.
Yeah. No, it's just a bird screech.
Oh, and they're like, Gendry, get the fuck out!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they're running away from the whole army in the
Yeah.
middle of the lake.
Give me the hammer.
Apparently, the run back from where they were back to Eastwatch was like 15 minutes.
Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember that because like it takes what the whole episode of them
Yeah.
walking, and then
It's only a half episode.
It took like
And
12
it-
minutes
and it-
for Gendry to run back to Eastwatch.
No. So it's taken them a good 30 minutes
Yeah.
to do this walk, and find the walker, kill it,
Yeah.
and it takes Gendry 5 minutes to be back at the wall.
Yeah. Apparently, a 3-minute jog is the distance between Gendry and Eastwatch. Honestly.
yeah, and the army too.
Correct, and where they're fighting.
Yeah,
Like, so literally the Army of the Dead is like a 1.5 minute jog
yeah.
from Eastwatch
Yeah, they're
to where
fucked.
they are. They're definitely fucked. Seriously.
And then John and the others run out into the ice and then go, oh shit.
You're stuck in the
No,
rock.
fuck it, we're gonna keep going.
Well, I love that they get stuck in the rock, and what's it? The White Walkers start walking forward to the ice, and then they all stop and realize, like, fuck, we're gonna keep dying if we
Yeah.
keep walking. But it takes a little while, so it's comedic to watch them just keep going.
It's ambiguous whether it's them figuring it out
Or the
or
Night
it's
King
the
stopping
Night
it.
King's just stopping them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, he doesn't talk, so I'm like, it's all telecommunication.
Yeah, of course.
But he has to actually think about an order to give
Yeah,
for them to actually follow it.
I'm wanting to see if he has a voice.
Yeah, I was gonna fucking say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
took it from me. Do you think we'll hear the Night King speak between now and the end of the series?
I think maybe one.
I-
I think he'll have a really one or two lines. It'll be a raspy, ghosty voice, and that's it.
He'll start singing,
Or
do
I'll-
you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. Has your daughter watched that?
No,
Okay, you're gonna show it to her, right?
no.
No, that's not something that should ever
No.
be continued.
Oh, they're good songs.
No, they're not.
That's totally the Night King. The Night King's Elsa.
I kind of want
That
some...
explains
And,
what.
and Egret is, what's her name? Fucking Anna or whatever. Anyway.
I want some sort of booming voice to come from him. Like something that's...
Booming? Do you see him having a booming voice? I imagine icy like Lord Voldemort.
No.
Yeah.
Because he's
Almost,
icy.
I want something that's almost completely different from his character, like, so that the mouth doesn't even, like, really link...
He's like,
So-
"Hey,
so-
Jen!"
He's
Yeah.
like, let it talk. I have
Yeah.
another point to be
No, but like overpowering and commanding voice that doesn't actually link into his character very, like, in terms of aesthetically looking, but and not even full was a Jurassic Park lip sync, like in terms of like not even like in perfectly in line.
What would be fucking cool, like a horror movie, he just opens his mouth like this, and then like a voice comes out and he closes the mouth again.
Yes, it doesn't move his lips or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't move his lips or anything. Or he's like, prepare to be fought to the death.
Yeah, it's the Chinese like
Chinese dog. Yeah.
How good would it be if he sees lips moving and he just points the spear forward and the whole army goes, and halfway through fighting, go my army! It's like, was that like 10 minutes ago?
Fly, my pretties, fly!
That's good.
Yeah. I hated the whole lake thing, like
Them just sitting there and them not doing anything.
like I get that it's a clever kind of idea, but it's nonsense.
It's
like the White King. Do you remember in season 6 the Night King touched the floor and cracked open the ground to crack the fire to get to the cave?
Yeah.
He's a fucking ice being. He can't freeze the lake more to make it more solid so that his men can walk.
I was actually waiting for that. Also, it's the middle of winter. It's getting colder.
Yeah.
If it gets to night, it's gonna freeze over.
It would take a lot. It would take. How long do you think it would take for that lake to freeze over again? A couple of hours.
Well, if you have a look at them, they're freezing over.
Yeah.
So
that was more than 20. That it went into nighttime and then the next day, didn't it?
Yeah, correct. I assume they slept the night.
Yeah.
That's
nonsense. Like them sleeping on that island while an army of zombies and the Night King and stuff are like. Isn't that like weird?
look at that. John's hair's going white just by the amount of time that's passed.
They don't look dressed warmly enough as well. You need thicker coats than like Johnny is wearing like fur.
You know what I just thought?
I don't want
like,
a hood.
I was gonna say they're in the middle of winter and they all. I don't know if they all fall asleep. They took shifts. Once again, should have told that. That's like tactics 101.
Correct.
2. The cunts are fire swords.
Yeah.
They just huddle around the sword.
Good, really good pickup.
Like,
Yeah.
honest to God, 2 of them can make flaming swords. I'm like, we're gonna freeze to death. I'm like, what?
But did we lose one flaming sword?
Yeah, what's his name?
Thoros. Give it to someone else.
Passes along and
Yeah, pass away. R.I.P. Thoros. I'm gonna miss him. I like Thoros.
the drunken brother.
I thought more would die. I thought more than Thoros would have died by the end of the episode.
I thought Clegane was gonna die.
Who?
Clegane.
Yeah. I wouldn't want him to. But...
No,
what did you think, Jake? Do you think more than...
I was honestly thinking, I was kind of waiting for like Beric to just drop dead. It's like, oh, you know,
because his priest died.
Yeah. Because because like his version of a White Walker just died. Like,
So now we
bringing him
I
back.
see what you're
So
saying
it's
now.
like-
Do you get what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, aren't you funny?
Yeah. So, that's me.
Well, we've asked before in the past, like we've discussed whether like using fire magic is a true resurrection or are they zombies as well? Like, can John blow a load or is he like a undead zombie?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Has he got a beating heart?
Yes, correct, exactly. So does Beric have a beating heart? Do you think? If he does, then you don't need
well,
you can kill the hive mind and still alive.
But when you saw John wake back up, he still had all the scars and stuff, which means he's got a hole in his heart if it is still beating.
I think the implication is that the heart inside heals or something, but then just the wound.
And then the wound remains?
Yeah, but I'm trying to like make it work.
Circumstantial healing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Well, even
Plot armor.
His heart has plot armor.
well, even Beric Dondarrion, he fought the Hound, like the Hound, his killing blow was from the shoulder all the way through the torso into the chest or whatever. Not torso, the chest.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense as a wound to still be alive, right?
No, not at all.
So I don't know. I think John is still alive, like in terms of like being heart.
I reckon he's alive for plot.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
if she's gonna have children and pass on, like with Daenerys or whatever.
Surely a dragon would tell if you were dead or not, and would be pretty pissed if you were dead.
Yeah.
Rather than just be like, yeah, it's blood.
Or they're 2 completely different type of resurrections.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one's a red priestess and
Yeah.
one's a drunkard.
So what did you guys think of the whole fucking island thing? Because again, I can't. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's fucking weird that they're just sitting on an island and then the Night King and all the army didn't find a way.
The Night King, he's just got time. He's got
that's
all the
nonsense.
time in the world.
So no, I can agree on both sides.
For
So, like,
over a day and night, they just slept on an island like that, while the worst villain in this story is just standing with his like. That's so weird, right? Can you see how that looks weird?
No, I can't. So that's happened in other scenes before. That's the thing. I can see both.
Like a lake, a little lake that was mostly frozen as well, not even water lake, solid lake is the only thing between the Night King, his generals.
Remember, they don't know that. That's all. That's
But,
why they're
no,
stopped.
but they're ice beings. Like, it's so weird.
But you still don't know the limits of their power.
Okay, that's fair.
So they can create ice, but they can't repair ice because it's already solidified.
That doesn't make sense. If they can create ice, all the more reason they'd be.
No, but they'd have
they'd be
to-
able to freeze water that's already cold, and it's already winter time, and they're in their element. They'd be able to touch the lake and freeze it solid again. Just that little part that was cracking.
Yeah, but then they have to do the rest of it. So that's the thing. It's plot is again. I don't know.
But do you see where I'm coming from?
I can see where we're both coming from. I
Yeah.
just believe in more of the fact that the Light King knows he's going to win, and so basically he doesn't have to do anything. He's just waiting for him to die.
The Night King was standing like that for a day and a half, just standing. Like, that's so weird that he just didn't move and like.
Dude,
none of
bad
them
guys
moved
do
and-
that. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, do you see where I'm coming from, Jack? Or
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I like when
they
like,
camped on that island for a day and a half while the Night King's standing there.
No, he's
And like
patient.
they were just
but-
camping and telling stories and like they're just having a nap and like taking shifts. Like,
And
it's
one of
so
them died.
weird. And one of them died in his sleep.
And then sending the runt of all of your undead army.
And then
across.
eventually the water froze, and then that's when they started to cross the lake after a day and a half. The Night King should have just touched the water in like within 20 minutes.
I'm perfectly okay with the waiting game because they don't care because winter is like getting bigger and bigger. It's getting in terms of that, it's just getting stronger, darker, colder. They've got all the time in the world. They don't care.
Okay.
They've got the most amount of freedom they've ever been able to have
Yeah.
in so long, and this has become a sport.
I'm personally not convinced, but whatever. It's part of the story, I guess.
But basically, the whites cross the lake and they have
And
this big battle scene that
They fight one at a time instead of over. Like, they had no chance of winning.
that
the other.
happens in every type of like
Wait,
movie, yeah.
Line up, please.
Yeah, exactly.
One at a time.
Even kung fu
Batman.
movies,
Yeah.
they're all like in a circle. Like, should we jump in or should we wait for my brother to
Correct.
get like knocked out? It's like just rush them.
Yeah,
you
no-
bum rush him at once, he's dead.
Correct.
And that's the thing is here. It's like they slowly start to bum rush him at once, but the problem is it's just like are they such good fighters that they can take three at once?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It comes down to you're a normal human with reflexes that are slightly honed. That's
It comes down to how many arms you have. If you only have 2 arms,
Yeah.
you can't, like, even a ratio of 3 to 1 in real life, you've lost, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
That's
Let alone,
Don't know. So
That's-
3 to 1 requires it's circumstantial, but you usually would lose.
yeah.
And then you've got to rest.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. They don't seem to tire in this one
Correct.
at all.
Yeah.
I think the only time that at one point the only person gets tired is what's his name, the redhead wildling, because he gets like overrun,
Yeah.
and then he's kind of like fucked up.
I thought he would die. I was glad that. Actually, I thought he would die, and then when you see that it was being milked, like, you see how
because
by the
it
end,
took so long for him
it
to
took
drag
so long to
yeah.
drag him, then I was like, yeah, he's fine. They fucked up there in the editing or the.
I really tried. You're gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
And then the people that dodge and fight with the Sherpas again.
Exactly.
It's like, who died there? Oh my god, it's a Sherpa.
Were there any with them there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's 2. One by John and one at the front, and they both get killed.
Okay. I wanted some of them to survive at least. They all died, didn't they?
Yeah, they all died.
Daenerys gets the note and goes, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
take my dragons and go." That was
Yeah,
like
teleporting dragons.
Fucking by Skype, like how quick was that Raven? Like,
Yeah, I know.
this is
Yeah,
fucking
so
ridiculous.
like, how fast Gendry can run to the wall.
Yeah.
They can get a raven from the wall to
Dragonstone, which
yeah.
is like more than half the continent's length.
And
of
then
distance.
she just goes, "I've got this, guys," and then flies from the other side of the continent to the wall, knows exactly where they are
Yeah.
without any accurate pinpoint.
Correct.
How would she know where they are? And arrives just in time to save them.
While dressed as Elsa from Frozen. That
The
most
white
ridic-
outfit, yeah.
The most ridiculous looking. First of all, she looked all princessy in a gay, ridiculous way. She's going into battle.
Yeah.
Second of all, it didn't look warm enough as well. Again, she would wear a fucking thick coat
Yeah.
during winter. Like, she just look how underdressed she looked.
Her entire attire is basically like, I'm a prince or princess.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's nothing for battle or survival. It's basically just look at me.
Let it go, let it go. That's how she was gonna
No.
start singing that fucking song.
Nah,
And Tyrion's Olaf.
I swear to God, don't you dare.
Because it's short and annoying and
Yeah.
white.
I'm gonna sing some more later.
Please, no.
Yeah, I really don't want you to. But then they're all trying to help each other and keep
Survive the
fighting. And
fight.
it's just
Oh, we'll pay that backstab
Yeah,
Jon
yeah.
Snow's sword strike.
yeah,
That was the most badass thing I think.
and they're still trying to keep their other one that they're like, oh yeah, we've got one.
One Sherpa?
Yeah.
No, we don't. He just
You
got...
would not fucking survive. Like, look at how many there were, and look at there's like 7 of the Magnificent Seven. Like, that's nonsense.
Well, what happens to their zombie that they still like, oh, we need to kind of try and still get that for Cersei, even though we're fucking dying.
I kind of like that they still kept through their mission in the end, because it's all about that.
They're still going, oh, hang on, we're just going to keep an eye on where the body went. And be like, no, keep it with us.
The other part I don't like with this fight is they start calling for the back of the rock and Jon Snow doesn't slash downwards.
What do you mean?
Look, alright, so basically...
Slash downwards?
So, like, at this point, like, just before we can say, like, Dany arrives with their fucking OP dragons, they call up the rocks. He stands there and watches till they get on the platform.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, slash at them before they get on the platform. Why let them get up?
I remember that. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I'm like, there's so many things wrong with this fight where I'm just like, you should be doing that. But whatever, because Dany's here to save the day.
With magic dragons right in the, like, the, you know, plot convenience,
Correct.
right at the right time.
Gandalf and the army is riding down to save Rohan or
Oh, yeah,
Gondor.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking, or even Battle of the Bastards that happened.
Danny's like, look to the east.
Another thing. Okay, so the dragons have come.
Take out a White Walker while you're there.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you park your dragon with your back to? Oh.
This isn't where I parked my dragon.
They land right. Like, first of all, would you not see the White Walkers and his generals?
Yeah.
The Night King. Second of all, even if you didn't see them, why wouldn't Jon be like, by the way, Daenerys, the Night King's right there, be careful. Or even better than be careful, burn them, yeah.
Kill him in this now.
And now we don't know if you kill...
If you think, he takes it's just like, what, 5 of them?
Fucking hell, Drogon parked in front of a fucking drive-through movie theater and they just fucking put Frozen on and they're sitting there watching, they're passing the popcorn and the Night King's getting sharpening his javelin.
No, he is. He's like passing the javelin around.
Exactly.
Like,
getting his, like, sharpening it and stuff.
He's like, bro, do you want a shot? It's been like 3 weeks, you haven't had a shot, man. Have some target practice. He's like, no, you got this, man.
Yeah, before the Night King threw the javelin, he's practicing first on like a fucking target first. He's throwing a couple of them, getting some training. He's cracking open his how to throw a javelin for dummies book.
He's got his out like giving the massage. Going, you've got this, bro. You've got this in the battle of like the corner of a wrestling ring.
Watching Twin Peaks reruns just like before he gets ready.
I don't know if you noticed this, but when the White King was actually walking across with the javelin in hand. He's slowly getting...
Javelin. I think it's a spear. We're calling it javelin.
I want to call it a javelin.
I'm calling it javelin. Yeah. Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's a gold medalist javelin
2020.
So when he gets this, he keeps walking.
Yeah.
He walks straight through Dragonfire and it actually goes down. It doesn't extinguish, but it definitely goes down. Like, as you watch him walk through it, you go, ooh, hang on.
I forgot about that. That's nonsense.
First of all, Dragonfire is meant to be like the
hottest,
like the all-important thing, and
correct.
As high as it's burning, and he gets it to go down.
That's
and
nonsense.
walks across it.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
I'm guessing because it's residual.
Are you backing it up by saying it's a plot thing? Because I'm saying it's...
No, I think it's just residual fire. So because it's just sitting there, it's not directly...
No, it's not residual fire because it's dragon fire. It's residual fire from a dragon. Okay, in the Game of Thrones universe, remember how destructive wildfire was in season 2 and even the blowing up of the Sept, that green magical fire? Remember how it just kept burning and burning? Wildfire is the second most potent fire in this universe. The second. And look at the damage it did in the Blackwater and to the Sept of Baelor. Dragonfire is number 1. It's magical fire.
It's just a small amount burning on ice, man. Anyone can walk through it.
It's a small amount of burning of dragonfire.
I don't care. People can walk through
so you think that it's fine that he walked through dragonfire?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
And you think it's fine as well? Or
I don't think it's fine, but it's definitely showing you a point that if it was to be the hottest substance, essentially, in the universe...
Correct.
That's how powerful he's becoming.
No, I don't buy it.
He's getting that, that strong. Winter is becoming that much more potent. And his abilities and his army is getting stronger and bigger, and therefore his power is reflecting that from Bran, touching Bran, and having the ability to go south of the wall and continue going down, even though there's meant to be all these magical locks. Yeah. He's slowly breaking them one by one.
I see what you're saying. I still personally disagree because I feel like no matter how powerful you are, there should still be some rules. And I get what you're saying. He's so powerful now that the fire doesn't affect him as much.
Yeah.
But Dragonfire...
No, but like you're saying, direct fire to his face would kill him.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't.
But that's not just ordinary residual fire. That's dragon fire. That's
It's not. It's still not like
It's still
enormous
magical.
amount though. Like if anyone to run straight through that like small stream of fire, I reckon anyone can get through it.
Maybe. All right.
It's like it's like walking through a campfire. It's basically what it is. But you're saying because the campfire is from a dragon.
Yes, that's right. It's not just that. Like, of course, I'm okay with him walking through a campfire, but this is dragon fire. This is magical fire. That's even more hotter and potent than wildfire. Which
it's not like he stands in it for 24 hours. He took 2 steps through it.
He's an ice being who walked through dragon fire.
I don't care.
It was as high as his head. He's walked over to it and walked through it, and it's become something that's no taller than his boot.
He's a being of ice who walked through dragon fire, and he's supposed to be weak to fucking dragon glass and Valyrian steel, and dragon fire didn't even...
That's why I don't like it, but I'm saying that that's to do with his power, rather than David's like, nah, it's residual, it's fine.
Okay.
But anyway, he fucking nails the dragon.
Yeah. Why didn't he attack Drogon was right in front of him, and he's like... He points it to the one that's further away and flying. I'm gonna test my skills
He's
here.
got to prove, he's like, that's not a challenge, that shit's not moving. This guy's going to 80 k's an hour.
You call that a challenge? This is a fucking challenge.
Yeah. Plot armor, that's just literally what it was. It was like...
challenges, he rebounds off 2 dragons and kills both.
Captain America's shield, just like ricochet.
Kills all 3, and Daenerys, and it's just like the end.
The credits start rolling.
There's no season 7. 8 by the way, guys. The Night King wings.
You would like that, and Josh would like that too.
I would too.
I honestly, I want the White Walkers to win.
You all do, fucking trolls. I love it.
But yeah, so now he's gonna get a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. The part
You were right, Dave. You called it, and
I
even
did.
that poster. I thought that poster was fake. That season 7 poster. It
Yeah.
looked fake. It looked shitty.
No, I thought it looked alright.
Okay. The cliff it's standing on, the dragon, and it looked shitty, the cliff. It looked like bad CGI.
The part I really didn't like about this is Jon staying behind to be a hero.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Oh,
I was like, get on the dragon!
Yeah.
What was his brother's name? The young one that didn't do the zigzag?
Rickon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what he didn't do. He didn't do a fucking zigzag.
Yeah.
The dragon didn't fly in zigzag.
No, that's fair. Just look, he should have. The Night King would have aimed for Drogon first, not the flying one. But okay, fine. He hit the one that was more difficult to hit.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. That's sad.
He wanted that gold medal instead of silver,
he did.
mate.
He did want to win.
The guy next to him's just like, oh, he's got the
Winter
silver
Olympics,
around his
yeah.
fucking thing. Because they just take out like a kid.
Usain Bolt's just wearing silver.
But then, yeah, what
It's not even
happened?
javelin. It's like a sprinter with. But yeah, Viserion's death. It was Viserion.
It's
wasn't
Viserion, yeah.
I was sad. Like possibly one of the saddest. Something about animals dying in movies and TV. You could fucking kill off the whole Northern Army in the Red Wedding, but when you kill an animal, especially the dragon, and Drogon's cries and shit, it was fucking sad. Were you sad, Jack?
But how bad was the lineup to that? It was literally just like a and there 3 there. No, I'm not even doing a count.
That's fair because Viserion's an animal. Rickon's a fucking human who should be a little bit like he's fair enough. He's a kid, but you'd be smart.
No. I was literally talking about how long it took for him to actually line up that shot and just go like launch it, and like you need the full ballista to launch the arrows that would only like dent.
Yeah.
Rather than him with a javelin with his just hand and went.
He's a Terminator. He's a blue Terminator.
I fucking got this.
You're fucking defending him walking through dragon fire. So, you know what? Fucking who cares about rules and logic? He's just a Terminator, exactly.
Let's throw it down to fantasy, eh?
Exactly, it's just fantasy.
I'm gonna like snap off a finger and throw that and pierce it in the eye and just drops.
Slide my enemies with my
Neon
dismembered fingers.
Yeah.
And then I can grow it back because it's just ice.
I fucking hate this good guy Jon Snow staying behind and then getting killed.
It's fucking Jon's fault that the Viserion died because Jon stayed behind and pounced around. He didn't warn Daenerys, hey, by the way, the White Walkers are here with the Night King, so just be aware.
It's just
Instead,
just take him out
she
now.
lands in front of them.
Yeah.
Did she not see
That's
first?
the thing. It's like
With her back to them as well. She didn't just land facing them. She landed with your back to the.
the real threat.
And she just stood there. She sat there for ages. There were like fucking 3 hours just sitting there. Before the
She
Night
could
King
have
threw his javelin.
easily have said, "John, get the fuck on the dragon.
Correct.
It will sort shit out."
Also burn them, and then again, as we said already, then turn Drogon and fucking roast.
Here, face that way. Go.
Correct.
Burn.
Dracarys.
Yeah.
The end. Game of Thrones is over. The show's finished. Oh, I think I'm just sad because of Viserion. Like, I'm actually sad about his death. Do you guys actually care?
I really do care. It's the whole, you feel so much worse. And it's a dragon. And it's a fucking beautiful thing.
Creature, I know. And the siblings, it's poor. And Rhaegar went missing, didn't he? Like, only Drogon, like, Viserion was killed. Drogon, obviously, they returned with him. And Rhaegar just, like, flew off and went AWOL. Is that right?
Yes.
Did that happen, Dave? He's just...
I don't remember this part.
This is the horse coming back because the uncle came to save him. The undead uncle.
Remember Benjen Stark, the uncle?
I haven't seen this.
What? What do you mean you haven't seen it?
You only watched half the thing because you missed out in the last little bit.
This was in the copy I...
So John came out of the water.
Your legal copy, by the way.
So there was a leak that did come out earlier, which is...
I thought John was still in the ice. I haven't seen this. How much more is there?
So there's another 20 minutes.
Oh, fuck!
You...
Alright,
so
so,
makes so much sense.
Seriously, here we go. Okay, so they take off, leaving John in the ice.
No, I'm gonna watch it.
He goes for a second shot.
Misses.
I've
seen that.
Because of plot armor. And Jorah doesn't die because of plot armor.
John goes into the lake, and that's the last bit I saw.
Oh.
This is kids at home. This is why you never watch leaked things and you wait for the actual date because you get the full episode. John comes out of the ice.
Alright, I'm not gonna see this now because I haven't seen it now.
So you want us to pause that? Is that what you're saying? Like you don't want to watch it?
No, I want to watch it at home. I haven't seen this.
Okay.
So well, we need to finish this episode and talk about the
Fucking
podcast.
hell!
We need to finish the podcast. Are you okay with us talking about it?
Shit! Alright.
We're gonna leave, walk away while we.
Yeah! I'm going home.
Yeah, alright.
No, I legit
we'll finish
haven't
off.
seen this because I remember saying it was oh my god.
Well, we need to. Dave, we're gonna Jack.
Just do it! Just
Alright.
do it.
So Benjen coming back to save John. Oh wait, no, John crawled out of the ice. That's
John crawls out of the ice.
That's fucking nonsense. But whatever.
Yeah, then he came
I'll
past
pay
on
that.
old mate came past on a horse.
Yeah.
Gave it to John and was like, "Get the fuck out,"
That
and
was
just
so
stayed
bizarre.
there with his fire.
Yeah.
Which is fine because the horse will run faster with one person.
That's nonsense.
Because you know the horse isn't Gendry. That's what this is.
3-minute jog back to Eastwatch.
Yeah. Then they get John. They like try and warm him up. They try and heal him, and they undress him, and they see all the scars. And you know, literally the stab in the heart scar is still there.
Yeah.
So
And that's just making Daenerys wetter because there's nothing more hot to a woman than a man who sacrifices himself for being a hero and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sexy scars shows he's a badass. He called her Dany, which is actually her nickname, especially in the books.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he know that? Like that's nonsense. This is
it could be
the writers.
it's a nickname he's just done for her. It could be just his nickname for her.
That's it.
No, but in universe, even Viserys in season 1 called her Dany when he was about to get crowned by Khal Drogo. He says, Dany, no.
Yeah.
So it is her nickname.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that he made up the same nickname for
Yes.
Well, to
It's-
be fair,
You're talking nonsense now, right?
No.
Jack, come
What's
on.
the only nickname you can think of that?
Daenerys?
Yeah,
I can't think of anything.
Danny.
Danny.
But you're making it sound obvious because you already knew that.
No.
No.
A lot of people have done that.
It's like Daniel, and you would call him Danny or Dan.
Daenerys.
Yeah.
Especially
Dan.
D-A-E.
Dan.
Daenerys, Danny.
It's D-A-N-Y. It's a name like literally says Danny at the start.
I don't know, it seems too much like...
Stop nitpicking!
He's essentially being an almost Australian by shortening the fuck out of everything.
Dazza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dazza!
D-Dog!
Dazza Targazza. Yeah,
Go back to Wiccanism.
Located in
Nizzle.
Whoop-Whoop.
Then Arya Stark and Sansa.
I don't fucking care.
Okay, fine.
We've
Fucking.
already talked about like the letter was nonsense and her threatening her own sister and being all intimidating.
I'm just saying it because it comes up.
Yeah.
It comes up. Gloss over it. It's fucking bullshit. Moving on.
Arya confronts
Arya?
Sansa.
No, you're telling it she's
Oh,
Arya?
yes.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, you saw that
Wait,
part?
you mean there's a second time or?
Yeah, no, there's another time in this
Okay.
as well.
Fucking
It's just
nonsense.
more. It's more and more of the same shit.
Contrived drama, just being a fucking little bitch.
And then it's Jon Snow and he's back.
Yeah. That was a touching, heartfelt moment. Like, Daenerys emotional over the dragons. now that she's seen the Night King, plus they fucked with her by killing one of her children, she wants vengeance against them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that John deep down is like, yes, high-fiving himself.
And he's just kind of like, yeah, sacrifice dragon for morale, go!
Yes!
It's like...
And on the outside, he's like, I'm sorry, I wish
It's like...
I am sorry, Daenerys. I wish we never went north and fought the Night King. I am totally sincere
He
right
just
now.
lifts up his hand. I am sorrow.
I'm
For
like...
what?
A
Bad things.
teleprompter in front of him. Like,
The fucking boom mic comes
He's
down,
like-
hits him in the head, he's like, ow.
dear people of America, I'm really sorry that the dragon died. Not the which president am I? Come on.
No, man.
No, I'm out. Look, anytime you go, what name this person? I'm like,
Which
fuck. You know, that bitch with the white hair. Yeah, okay, cool.
Daenerys, I'm sorry that your dragon died. We're gonna improve our healthcare.
Obama.
Yes, thank you. My
th-
impressions are immaculate.
no, sure they are. We just don't care.
Immaculate.
I'm just
That's
waiting
a
for
funny
his,
word.
like, he's just like, his eyes go white and all of a sudden unfeeling and be like, yes, a good thing that you came up because Bran's talking through him.
Yeah. What's my brand? By the way, I'm gay.
Peace out. Drops the mic.
Just strips down and just like launches at people.
And Bran's like giggling back in Winterfell.
But at least now he's got this invested part, so she wants to kill them too.
Correct.
She knows that he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
She wants this just as much as he does, and she's got the army.
Correct. And again, I want to mention like it was quite powerful. Like they hold each other's hands, and John calls her Danny, which again was like contrived that he knew her nickname, but it was still a sweet moment. Like these are two monarchs. He's the king in the north, and she's the rightful heir to the Seven Kingdoms. And
He's the
drop her.
rightful heir to the
Oh
Seven-
yeah, you're right. Well, to them in that moment.
Yeah.
And he still calls her, like, they don't call each other your grace
King or queen, yeah,
king or
it's just
queen.
like-
They hold each other's hands, and it's like a touching. And obviously, we know that they're family, they don't, and obviously, we know they want to bang, and they know that too. It was a nice
For
moment.
different reasons.
This is
He
a
was
real.
sorry about a dragon.
This is a really, really bad moment for them to bang on the deathbed of the
I
dragon.
think, to quote Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers, grief, it's a powerful aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
just making jokes of Daenerys' child being dead.
Yeah, dragon hanging, he's like, I wanna fuck.
Yeah.
A minute ago, it was the worst thing ever to kill an animal on this show,
Yeah, now I'm
and now
joking
it's
about
just
it.
like let's bang.
Over it, yeah. And then the ending, you were right, Dave. The dragon was brought back.
Yeah.
Did you know that it was brought back? Because you said you didn't see
No,
the end.
I didn't.
Okay.
But you knew.
But you knew, as soon as the dragon died, you knew that.
As soon as you speared her, I was like,
Yeah.
yes, don't die.
No, but you knew that it would be
Oh,
come
come
back.
back, yeah.
You knew straight away, right?
Yeah.
So they're pulling the chain that they got out of nowhere. They just went to Bunnings. Got themselves a giant chain.
Fucking winter bunnies.
Winter Bunnings.
I'm pretty sure it was just stuff that they nicked from the wall. They went there,
Yeah,
they
but-
beat it, they
Well,
came back.
the
No
wall
one's
is,
looking up to this part, we'll just take all this.
the wall is a 47 walk away, so from where they are.
That's it. It's
47
hop,
seconds.
Yeah.
skip, and a jump
47
away.
second walk away, yeah.
Hop, skip, and a jump away.
Exactly. Yeah, the dragon's back as a white. Blue eyes white
How-
dragon. Ha-ha.
It's so
Poor Viserion.
beautiful, even in death. And
Yeah.
total beast moment. It was like, yeah, I want one. I want that one.
Yeah.
It's mine now.
You belong to me now.
You know what happens if the Night King kills the other two dragons and turns them? You know what he's gonna have, right?
Unstoppable army.
No, that's what I'm. Come on, Dave. He's got 3.
Oh, the Blue Eyes Ultimate
Yes,
Dragon.
thank you.
What's he need a fuse? He's like, all three of you just crash into each
Yeah.
other. See what happens.
See what
Oh, they're all
happens.
dead.
He's like, oh, it doesn't work. The Night King puts away his Yu-Gi-Oh DVDs and just.
Just goes, the army's in, I'm going home. This isn't actually real
It's not actually
Yu-Gi-Oh.
working.
Puts his dual disc away. Fucking tucks it away.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
No, you just see.
Oh yeah,
blue
that's what I
eyes,
remember what I was
yeah.
gonna say now. Rhaegal, do you think he's actually doing something, or he's just gonna fly back to Dragonstone in the next episode and meet up with Daenerys, or you think he's gonna be off in a separate plot type thing?
No, I think he would just follow home.
Okay, so do you think so? He'll
I
follow.
think
I
just
don't see why he wouldn't.
in anguish that he's just not come, like they were in
For a
prison
while.
together.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know how Daenerys locked them away
Yeah.
and was like, I don't know if I can trust you,
Yeah.
and there was just them alone. So he's taking this worse.
Correct. Yeah. I forgot about. You see, Jack's so smart. He remembers that they have personalities and they're actual. Like you're thinking of them as characters. And
They're like literally as characters, so they're gonna have like that more of a bond between them. It's like as if they were twins, and you've just lost your other half.
Correct.
Because that's the way they always.
Also, they.
I don't like your big brother Drogon.
Yeah.
They're also the same. Like Drogon's bigger than the other two, isn't he? He is in the books. Because in the books, Viserion and Rhaegal are changed so they don't grow as large. They're indoors.
Correct.
Whereas Drogon was free during that time. He was flying around and shit.
Yeah, he pissed off.
Yeah, he pissed off. So he grew bigger.
Fucking him out.
Drops
I love that. Oh, don't leave me. I'm out, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm running away. This is my emo face.
I'm already 18. I'm old enough.
That's it. And he's also black, so he's edgy.
Yes.
He's red and black. He's like the edgiest one out of three. He's like, I don't need you, Mom.
I'm gonna go a fringe. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Did you say he's red and black, Dave?
Yeah.
So you know who he is, right?
Get around it, but yeah. It's the same as what's his name's.
Yeah.
Isn't fucking the Conqueror's red and black too?
Balerion, it doesn't specify what color he is.
I always thought he was.
He might be.
He's
He's drawn in the art. He's black or dark greyish.
I just
right.
pictured the dominant color would be that.
Correct. Yeah.
Just
But
because-
well, he's called Balerion the Black Dread.
Yeah.
So that assumes that.
Yeah.
I think his fire is black. Like the actual dragon fire in this universe isn't necessarily red.
Yeah.
Like his actual fires. Yeah. That's weird.
Well, the thing I liked with that promotional poster for the White Walker Dragon was it had blue fire coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, because it's a white now and all
Yeah.
that.
But the other thing was like, does it breathe fire or does it breathe ice?
I would think ice, but it might be. I don't know.
That's the
We'll
thing. Like,
I want to see ice. I
Yeah,
reckon ice would be awesome.
It would be. It would make more sense because
Correct.
it's an ice dragon.
Correct.
Now,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, it's still a dragon with fire lungs. So.
Yeah. Do you think that the dragon that the Night King possesses will play a part in taking down the wall? Like, do you think that's how they're going to cross the wall, using that dragon to melt or whatever? Or do you think there's another magical way they're going to cross the wall? It's got nothing to do with.
I reckon that's just going to be one amazing way to take down most of the army in the wall. Because unless Daenerys is going to go off
Taps.
or like completely off tap and just annihilate Cersei, and go back to Dragonstone and pick up the army and say, no, guys, we got to fucking deal with this shit. Keep mining and getting more of the dragon glass.
Yeah.
All of this. Let's make proper weapons, and we're gonna kill everyone.
Do you know? I reckon it would be horrible if it happens, but there's still a chance it'll happen. You know when Stannis Baratheon came and saved Jon Snow, and you know how the Tullys came and saved Sansa. What if the Lannisters come and save Dany and?
I think you meant the Vale saves something.
Yeah, those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if Cersei comes and saves?
Oh, that'd be fucking lame. Not only would that be lame and not in her character because she's in it for herself, as we decided. Another thing, their army's not believably fucking strong. She has the weakest army in the Seven Kingdoms. It's just due to like the writers' contrivance trying to make the fight even.
Yeah,
that
like,
Daenerys has been losing this season.
I love that. Yeah, we've got to take it down a few notches, and the Lannister army's huge. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
They have nothing left.
They have nothing left. Exactly.
They've got King's Landing, and they took another army, which is now dead.
Correct.
So they've got nothing left.
Correct.
But yeah, the writers are just like, they found some in the ground, like Urukais, and just like brought them out of the ground, cleaned them off a bit, and said, "You're out."
Fucking Euron has surprised the Dornish and whoever at sea. That was really fucking contrived.
Yeah, he's also disappeared completely.
Yeah.
He's no longer. He's lost the ability to teleport.
Do you think he's gonna be in the last episode? Like not next.
I think she's gonna piss off.
Sorry.
I reckon that Cersei will lose, and he'll piss off.
Yeah. You know how your theory ties into the books, or did you just make that up yourself?
What that?
Yeah.
No, he's just gonna piss off because he's got.
Is that your own theory?
Yeah.
That's really smart. In the books, there's a pirate character who sides with Cersei, and then after she becomes crazy and then gets arrested and walk naked, he takes their fleet and he just sails off to be a pirate and abandons it. Pretty much what you just said.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they're going to use that plot maybe with Euron and Euron.
Because isn't Euron just three characters in one?
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's so strong. He's got the strength of 3 men and three characters.
That's why he can teleport because he's in 3 places at once.
I miss his eye patch in the books. He has a badass pirate eye patch.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
There is only one eye patch in this story.
There's heaps of eye patchy characters in the universe.
Apache.
But yeah, no, I believe that. That's why I believe a lot of characters that are with Cersei at the moment would just be like, well, fuck me, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, Brom's easy, you can tell that.
Yeah.
Brom's just a
He
mercenary.
fucking admitted it.
Yeah. Euron, whatever his name is.
Euron.
Yeah, he'll do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He'll just leave because he's like, well, I have nothing. I'm going to die if I
Correct.
don't leave. And he'll just piss off on the boat.
She was like, I will totally marry you after the war. And then he was like,
after I win, he's like,
Yeah.
well, you might not.
and also I know you're lying to me. So
Yeah.
like, anyway, one more thing I want to mention because we didn't talk about it properly is just Benjamin coming out of nowhere and saving them.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
It's twice now.
so rad. Like it was so like he came out of nowhere and he went for like a couple of minutes and then he just disappeared again.
He's been following the army,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it. That's his entire thing.
But wasn't it laughably weird? Like how his moment was just laughably kind of random that he just came in that one and then and then that's it. And he's probably not going to be in the show anymore. He was killed off.
Possibly, yeah.
He's in it twice. He's like, my plot's done.
Yeah, for 2 seconds. I'm sad about how they used Benjen in the show because in the books, one of the mysteries in the books is what happened to Benjen Stark, which still hasn't been answered.
This
You
is
still don't know.
Yeah, still do.
Well,
And it's implied to be more than just he's dead or something.
Well, when he
There's
found
a
out in
mystery.
season 6, didn't we? In season 6
Well,
is
this is
beyond
the show though. This is
Yeah, I mean, but the 6 is beyond the books, isn't it?
yeah.
So that's basically what they're saying.
But we don't know if that's what the answer is in the books. It could be just
Yeah,
the
no.
writers being fucking,
Yeah.
this is what Pat was saying. It's like, I must go now. My home planet needs me. As they pull the frame out of the.
He gets stuck halfway, his legs are dangling. He's like, oh, guys, help!
Yeah. Final scores, I guess.
I really liked it.
Thoughts and scores. Yeah.
Like, I'm giving it a solid 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I can't give it more than that because of just the.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yeah,
it's just the jump to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we in the right month?
Put your hands on your time discrepancies. And bring your knees in time.
It's bigger on the inside.
I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that one. Yeah, go on with your final.
No, I really
So
enjoyed
you gave
it.
it an 8. And
I'm
you
giving
enjoyed
it. I give it an 8. I enjoyed it for the fight, for the dragon, for the convenient island, and
So the reasons I'm not giving it an 8. Go on.
No, I agree with it. I'll give it 8 just because of
It was
the
enjoyable.
Winter Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And Peter
Usain
Bell.
Bolt silver.
And Peter Bell's just scheming working.
Oh.
Even though you hate it, I just like the fact that his scheming works because
Yeah.
he knows Arya's a dickhead.
See, it's hard for me to. Do I rate it as entertainment or do I rate it as like the story making sense and me liking the story?
I can't-
Or do I mix the two when I rate it right now?
When you rate it, it's
Yeah.
about your enjoyment,
Yeah.
not to do with the continuity of any part of the story. You can have that affected, but it's how much you enjoyed it.
No, because I'm going to enjoy anything they do. It's Game of Thrones. Any nonsense that they give me, I'm going to enjoy watching it.
But
You're
if-
like, it's a fucking one.
Yeah.
If you absolutely hated the way that
They
you know,
do things.
for all of the bits and pieces, and like Gendry's 2.5 minute run to
Yeah.
the wall, that sort of thing. If you hate that part to it, that's something I'd say. Yeah, that knocks off 1.
Okay, so aside from the fact that I enjoy watching Game of Thrones as a show,
So then you start off at a 7, and then it comes down to something amazing happened, then you add more. If something really shit happened, you take off 1.
Yeah, do a pro-con list.
Yeah,
maybe 6 to 6.5. I'm going to say. Maybe
so still around the halves.
maybe 6. I'm
So
going to say
okay,
6
sorry.
for this
Instead
one.
of 1s, let's start at 6, and then you go up by half and down by half.
I'll say 6 for
6?
this one. So it's actually half a point than the last episode.
Yeah.
I like for like the spectacle nonsense. It's fun to watch this episode, but I hated the northern storyline with Arya and Sansa. Hate it. The time teleport, like there's no sense of scale, and like it's not a universe anymore where there's distance. They're just like walking across the continent.
Yeah. We need you to be here for plot. You're going to be here.
Correct. The island was dumb, and the White Walkers and the zombies waiting was dumb. Them fighting the zombies one by one was dumb. Only the red shirts dying and only Thoros dying is dumb. Drogon landing in front of the Night King and not fucking do anything and getting almost killed is dumb.
That was really bad that it even did. Like,
Yeah.
why would you not say White Walker kill?
Correct.
Then war is over.
Or at least be careful. They're behind you. Just keep away. If you don't want to kill him now and save us the story, at least move away from him.
It's like, hey, if you kill it now, we're out of a story.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, cool. What else was dumb? Benjen coming in to save the day was dumb for like randomly, bizarrely for like 1 second. Him not jumping on the horse as well, I thought was dumb. Doesn't save time. There's more dumb stuff. What else is dumb? Oh yeah, John taking his time killing. Hey John, do you want to just leave that and jump on the dragon so we can escape? 1 more second. I'm enjoying myself right now.
The dragon's not going to allow them to come up itself as well. It's going to blow fire or some shit. You're in the way.
It's not a fucking dumbass. It knows what to do.
Yeah. And I think the one redeeming thing was the final scene between Daenerys and Jon. Oh yeah, Jon knowing Dany's nickname. Obviously, you're both fine with that, but I found that dumb. But otherwise, I like that scene.
It's not about the nickname that it's like it's everyone uses it. Like no one's allowed to use this nickname.
No, just how did he know that was her nickname?
He didn't.
Unless you're saying that it's a common nickname that you would think to use for her. I don't know.
It's not like he's gonna randomly call her Sparky.
No, but Dany, Daenerys, maybe.
Igniter!
I'm gonna call you Pyro. Why? I don't know.
She's hot-headed.
Yeah.
I named the big one Bitey. And also one final thought is that it was a weird, like not a lot happened. Like the whole episode was walking around and waiting on the island.
So this is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like the only thing progress was Daenerys finding out about the Night King and the White Walkers, and then the Viserion being killed and taken.
Yeah.
And a little bit of progression with Arya and Sansa, which I hate that story anyway.
We're just. I reckon from now on we're just gonna skip that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be over the top.
Yeah. 6 out of 10 for me.
It's 6.73.6.
I go by halves. 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. Don't exaggerate. All right?
No, he's gonna go down to like 0.25 soon. You know.
Okay, exaggerating is Missandei and Grey Worm's 3-hour love scene.
that was a big jump. It was like 140 minutes. Now it's 3 hours.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah, 6 out of 10. We'll repeat.
I'm 7 out of 10.
You changed. You were 8. So you
8?
were
No, sorry, 8 out of 10. Yeah, no. I still enjoyed it. I quite liked it. Yeah.
You're paying 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you all for listening. I'm Jack.
I'm Sam.
And Dave.
Have a good night.